The International River Foundation's European Riverprize celebrates successful approaches to the management and restoration of rivers across Europe. The criteria for the prize incorporates all aspects of integrated river basin management, including ecosystem health, water quality and climate change, and different socio-economic and political contexts across the European continent. In 2014, the European Riverprize is funded by Coca-Cola Europe. The International River Foundation acts as a catalyst for sharing knowledge and encourages prize winners to establish knowledge exchange partnerships. Here are the 2014 IRF European Riverprize finalists. Danube River, transnational. Through a partnership-based approach, Danube Parks has developed a network of Danube protected areas which look after the most valuable sites in a common and coherent ecosystem. This approach has helped to bridge some of the geographical and political divides that are inherent in managing a transboundary river. Using this network to develop knowledge exchange activities has broadened the geographic reach and increased outcomes across multiple networked sites.
We're all working in one particular area, and Danube Parks is the first platform for protected areas managers along the Danube, and it gives us all this river-wide perspective, which we all really need.
With river dynamics as the basis for river habitat health, one focus of the Danube Parks projects is river morphology. When a Danube-wide survey of indicator species identified the need for conservation, coupled with restoration, numerous pilot projects were launched.
Involving our local communities is the day-to-day work of every protected area. As a transnational network, Danube Parks involves Danube-wide stakeholders like ICPDR, NGOs like WWF Danube Carpathian Program, and is a flagship project within the new European Danube strategy.
Riverine grassland and forest restoration have been implemented and cross-border conservation concepts elaborated to develop the Danube as a habitat corridor and an inspiring lifeline for the new European macro region. Other activities such as ecotourism, joint capacity building and a nature festival continue to bring the Danube River vision to life and look towards the future of the river and communities. River Mur, Austria. The River Mur rises in the Austrian Alps and flows into the Drava River in Croatia. From the end of the 19th century onwards, the River Mur has been altered through both development and regulation of the river system. The construction of hydropower further altered the natural flow and contributed to the loss of habitat for species which rely on the river.
In all restoration projects on the Mur interior, great emphasis has been given on enabling interdisciplinary project teams. In addition to engineers and biologists, representatives of the region and the municipalities as well as of the fishery were involved.
In spite of these man-made changes to the river, the Upper Mur is considered to be one of the most ecologically valuable rivers of Austria. This is especially true as it is the natural spawning ground for the Danube salmon. Additionally, the cross-border part of the River Mur has the second largest alluvial forest in Austria and comprises one of Europe's most species-rich habitats. In restoring the river, the main focus has been on the restoration of old structures and the recovery of natural river habitats by increasing connectivity with the ever-dynamic river system.
In recent years, for the River Mur, a strategy has been developed which focused at combining the interests of water management, flood prevention and the protection of endangered habitats.
Added benefits from these restoration activities have been increased flood protection outcomes and the creation of leisure and nature facilities for the communities along the river. In conjunction with these activities, a regulation zone that excludes power plants will be set up, with a vision of ensuring the sustainable management of the river for the future. Danube River, Slovakia. The Regional Association for Nature Conservation and Sustainable Development is a non-governmental organisation that works on restoration activities on the Danube River in Slovakia. The area known as the Inland Danube Delta has suffered many changes in the last century. Efforts to tame the river have included the construction of a massive dam and hydroelectric power plant. As a result of this construction, the Danube was diverted into an artificial canal. The contact with side tributaries was interrupted, and the natural water regime of natural flows and flooding was completely destroyed.
Biggest challenges were and still are administrative and bureaucratic issues connected with preparation and planning and permitting all the actions and work with state institutions and authorities. Knowing all the difficulties before, maybe the most ambitious actions would be never proposed, but learning by doing, when it brings the result, it can be also fun.
Over the past 5 years, the Regional Association has been able to restore 8 large river branches and oxbows. It has also restored over 270 hectares of wetlands and marshes, and more than 63,000 trees have been planted across 258 hectares of grasslands and pastures. Additionally, reed beds have been reintroduced and a management plan put in place for close to 138 hectares of land.
I think it's important that it's a common victory of more parties, of us, nature, of locals and of water authorities as well. There is no winner, no loser. It's very important that the result is accepted by all, and we are all happy by this result.
The end result of these efforts has been the improvement of feeding and nesting habitats for birds, new spawning areas for fish, and the creation of suitable habitats for amphibians, mammals and plants. Alongside these achievements have been activities such as sustainable farming initiatives for communities and reviving traditional connections to the river and land. The International River Foundation would like to thank Coca-Cola Europe and the City of Vienna for their support, and congratulates all of the European Riverprize finalists for demonstrating excellence in integrated river basin management.